Hello the internet, Chris here, and welcome to a kind of community-driven video for Venk TCG and the greater homemade trading card game community. This video is focusing on how to make, or trying to make, booster packs within Tabletop Simulator. So I'm in Tabletop Simulator, as you can see, and you might see this is pretty glorious, this scenery. And if I zoom out, if my Mac will allow me to render all this at the same time, we have this awesome RPG sort of map, which I downloaded. I did not make this because I am lazy and not very talented in that department. So what we are doing today is creating a booster deck within Tabletop Simulator. Now this applies kind of to my game. Hopefully it will apply to your game as well, and the video is based on you being able to take this idea and implement it into your game, if that makes sense. So within my game there are 5 types of cards. Now I will go into these in a future video, but we have common cards, rare cards, legendary cards, and then relic and hero cards. And within a booster pack you would get a majority of common cards, 2 to 3 rare cards with the chance of getting a legendary card as well, and you'll also get either one hero or one relic. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So that's what you'll get in a standard booster pack if you were to purchase it off the Game Crafter. Now what we're going to do is, without uploading all the art because that will take forever, is to do the same within Tabletop Simulator. So the idea is you would have all your cards uploaded and you would separate them into your categories. So common, rare, legendary, and so on. Ultra rare, whatever you decide to call your rarities and stuff. And then that's a deck. So that's fairly simple. We've done what we want to do. We have separated everything, and if we were having an online competition and we were doing a digital booster pack, so we would have the cards face down like so, and we would just probably write above them, where's my pen, so comma, no that's not my pen, vector pen, we will use a lovely shade of green, lime green, no we're not, we'll use blue, I like blue. So we'd have common cards, oh this is awful, rare cards, legendary cards, relics and hero cards. There we go. Looks awful, but there we have it. So what we'd then do is we'd have all our, with my cards as well, there are support cards and minion cards. Now you could change this up slightly if it was my game. If your game is all your commons mixed together, depending on what they are, then this applies to you straight away. For me, what I would end up doing is having 2 decks of common, and I'll tell you why in a second. So I'd have 2 decks of common because we'll take early access for example. There's 10 cards in early access packs. You get 1 promo Mind Flayer. You get, so that would be, say, this one. You get one of those. There are no legendaries, but you get 4, I believe it's 4 of these, and then 6 common cards, and out of the common cards you get 4 of these and 2 support. So there we have a deck. Now if we shuffle them all together, it's not gonna do it, is it? So if we put these all together like so, we press shuffle, which is what shuffle on this, I can't remember, it's been a long, so it's the same thing as roll dice. So we shuffle that a couple of times, we'll flip it over, and then we've got our rare card, common card, rare card, common, common. So you see what I've done here. We've created this little deck of cards. Now if I was to flip that over and zoom out slightly, now where is my player mat? There we go. There we go. So if I was to draw, so if I was to deal to, I think I'm blue. Am I blue? No, those cards are going elsewhere. What colour am I? Jeez, it's been a while since I've been on this. But yeah, so you get the idea that you draw your cards from the deck and they go to your hand. Oh, come on, we can do this. And then you can do this multiple times. Go on. We can slowly get there. And then there's your hand. And we can zoom right in. Okay, so there's our hand. Now, I like this idea. I think it's a way of simplifying doing a digital deck. So instead of possibly cheating and saying, well, I have actually got this card, I've got this card, you have a brand new deck to start with each digital tournament game. And we'll zoom all the way back out here, because what my other suggestion is, with that there, what we have basically done is created a deck, or a hand in this case, of just one of each type of card, because we've got one of each card in the minions, one of each card in the support, rares and legendaries and so on. But my suggestion to make this even fairer is because sometimes you want multiples of the same card, and you would want the opportunity to get multiples of the same card. So for example, in Venkfi, Undead Rats, that card is very powerful if you have 2 or 3 rats on the board at the same time. And there are another couple of cards in which that applies to as well, which I haven't announced yet. So for that, all we would simply do is, if this will allow me, is double up, and double up. You want to double up your, so you want up to 4 types. So you've got 4 chances now within the commons to get a card. You've got four chances of getting the same card, which for me, that's what I like. And then we would do the same over here with the support cards. We would probably do this just twice with the rares. And I say that because having more than 2 rares is not beneficial in Venkfi. You can only have up to 2 of the same card. So for a digital deck, this is perfect. So we've got double the amount of cards in there, and then legendaries, you're only allowed 1 of each type of legendary card within your deck. So there you go again, that is what we need. Okay, fair enough. Now when it comes to relics and heroes, you will get 1 of either. So you'd either get a relic or a hero within each booster pack in base set 1. So we would keep that as the same as well. Now what you would end up doing, if this was a digital booster pack, is you would end up getting 4 or possibly 5. You'd draw it 4 or 5 times, because that's what you're doing. You're drawing a deck. You know, you'd take X amount and X amount and then X amount and then X amount until you have enough cards which would correspond to if you had a physical deck, a physical booster pack. Sorry. So you would have up to 4 of these, and then you could choose which ones you wanted and then discard the rest. But yeah, I think I've blabbled a little at the end of this, but I think the principles there, that if you wanted to do this, another way of doing it is having like lines like this, like say a couple deep. So we would have like this same line again up here, and then up here, and then up here, and then you would take, 5. Well, there'll be more because it'll be an 18 card booster pack. But yeah, you would take, say, 10 of these, and then a few of these, and then 2 of these, and then possibly 1 of these. Putting your legendaries in, what I would, if you have legendaries and rares, if you're guaranteed a rare, I'd keep this as it is. If it's harder to get a legendary, I would do a pile like this. So I would copy this. I'll just pop here. I would then add these ones, and then add your legendaries. That makes it even harder to find a legendary, but that's the whole point of legendaries. It is much harder. So we would shuffle this deck. So we'll shuffle it a couple of times, and then we will draw. Well, actually, we'll just take it off the top, because otherwise it's going to go over to the other end of the board. We'll flip it over, we get a rare card. So that works in principle. What I've just done works in principle. And then say we were doing this 4 times, because we were creating a digital deck of 4 booster packs. We would draw another 3, and then we will see if we actually pull a make-believe, no, come back, legendary card. So we have another common, another rare, and another common. So in practice it works because there are considerably less legendaries in this deck than everything else. The fact that I've got 2 rares is fairly good because then you've got those to play with. Okay, so if you found this video useful, if you kind of get what I'm coming from, where I'm coming from with this, would you implement this in Tabletop Simulator? Now I should probably do an untapped video at some point as well, but I've not used that, so I can't really comment on that at the moment. But this sort of thing is something I would like to do properly, and I will probably try it with the early access packs and see if we can do a couple of early access openings as well, digitally, and see how that works. But yeah, I've been Chris, this is Mindflayer Games. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any better solutions than this. If you think this is a good idea, let me know as well, because I'll probably fine-tune this a little, and then when set 1 comes out, we can probably hopefully have a couple of tournaments sort of thing and games online, and then we can use this, and we would have all the cards ready. You don't have to buy any packs, you can just play and yeah, have a bit of fun. So I've been Chris, this is Mindflayer Games. Bit of a blabble video, but yeah, it kind of makes sense if you watch it 3 or 4 times, I guess. I've been Chris, Mindflayer Games, Toodle Pip, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Chris here again. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, comment down below on what you like, and I will catch you in the next one for some more awesome stuff, some homemade trading card games, some more board games, and some other stuff in between as well. You're really great, and I appreciate you viewing this channel. I'll catch you in the next one.